Hello, so we're back, and this time we have a different kind of repair. We have a motherboard and a charging port. I just got the job now. It's an urgent job, but let's check the customer email. The customer is a computer business. Laptop motherboard, same on your video, Nitro 5, but I simply cannot get the connector replaced. Can't seems to hit enough. Board it's out, and I have the replacement connector, yeah. So the customer sent me the board and the connector. What the customer is saying, the computer business, is saying the board is not getting hot enough. That's about the hot air station. Remember I told you, the first, or where you should put the money more, it's on the hot air station. Solder iron, I work with like 20 pound solder iron for like 10 years. No problem at all. But the hot air, yeah, has to be a good one. Because you can't get the board to heat enough. It's not because you don't have the temperature, because every like hot air machine is going like 400, 500 degrees. It's about the power. Yeah, so depends how much power, because if it has like 100 watts, you can't do a lot with 100 watts. So you need probably at least like 500 watts. Another question I'm asking myself is why the port need to be replaced. This is a solid port. This port is not dying like so easily. But we're gonna find out together. Yeah, indeed, this is a Nitro 5 board. And what I want to check like usual, maybe it's just because, you know, I'm used to do it. Let's check the main power rail. So the main power rail is not shorted. Okay, this can be, you know, a really genuine job. But if the main power rail is not shorted, why the port has to be replaced? I mean, this port, it will die if you see this port destroyed. Yeah, destroyed. I mean, the middle pin is falling down or is bent or... Otherwise, this port, it will not die. So I will say, let's plug a charger and see what it's doing, before replacing the port. Another confusion, and I got it myself and I spent some time. Actually, no, I think it was on live stream and someone said on the live stream, sorry, check that pin. And I checked that pin, it has voltage on it. If that pin has voltage on it, which is meant to detect the charger all the way plugged in, it will not work, even if you have 19. So yeah, mistakes can happen. Now let me grab a Acer plug. The blue one, right? Yeah, this one. I'm gonna switch to 19, just a little bit of current. Plug in the charger, and it's taking no power at all. But it's not going enough inside? You think that's the problem? Let's check the voltage. So the voltage on the first MOSFET, 19.4. So what do you think is the problem with this board? Because it's taking no current at all, nothing. The main power rail is 0 volts. Let's check that pin. This pin, 5.7. You understand exactly what I said. I mean, this was so easy to be fixed by the computer shop by just shorting this pin to ground. Very simple. You short this pin, and you will see, check there, it's taking current. Check there. You see? It's taking some current. Oh, I have a current limit. Sorry, I have a current limit. Okay, check there, 16 milliamps. And that's all, but I can bet we have like the main power rail and all that kind of stuff. Let's check to be sure. Why I'm doing these checks? Because if I replace the port and the board is dead, there is a risk you are not getting paid. Same like, okay, customer bring you a laptop, you replace the port, but the laptop is dead. The customer is not gonna pay. It's not the case here, but let's be sure the board is good. So the main power rail is 19.4, check that. If I take my tweezer, it's going down, check that. Yeah, it's not working. You have this pin to be shorted to ground. So if the pin is shorted, then what? Then the board is fine, it's working fine. I do have enough current. We need another tweezer to short the keyboard connector to ground to be sure the motherboard is starting. Check there, 2 amps. So the motherboard, you didn't see that. Okay, I'm really sorry. One more time. Shorting this pin to ground. Okay, it's taking some current. And shorting ground here. And the connector, I believe, is the first pin. Check there, 2 amps. So the board, yeah, the board just started. Yeah. I mean, at this point where we are right now, it's not even point because I can short this pin, send the board back, and this fixed. Let's replace the connector. Now, replacing the connector is kind of easy, like I said. It's so easy. The easy part is to take the connector out, yeah? Because you are using max temperature, yeah? Like 500 degrees, 480. So I have 480 degrees, 50% air. My hot air machine is Aten ST A62D, if anyone wants to know. So with 480 degrees, which is max temperature, we are taking the port out. Oh, 1 second, because I seen the cap don't take behind, so the customer tried to take away the heat from the back. And I'm asking myself why. Because this port is faulty anyway, so it doesn't matter if you melt it. Yeah. So you can use the heat from the top if the port is faulty. I mean, even if it's not faulty, you can lower the temperature and you can still get this port out. I'm not gonna edit the video to see how quickly we can take this port out. Of course the port, it will get melted. Yeah, we are getting there. And the port is out. Of course, it is melted with 480 degrees with the heat from the top. But that's not a problem because I have another one. Let's check the board to be sure everything is fine. Let's change the solder. Let's use a 180 degree solder wire. So the board is looking good, everything is fine. 180 degrees solder wire. No, you don't have to suck the heat. No. No, it's no point. We're gonna use the hot air with lower temperature, so we should be fine. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Great. Now we have the new port. We are just putting the port there, lowering the temperature to like 370 degrees, and we should be fine. Yeah, that's all. I mean, yeah, you can weak the solder out. I can't see what is the point to weak the solder. Because you add 180 degree solder and it will mix with the one from the board. So now the solder melting temperature probably is around, let's say 220, 240. Which is fine. On any case, it is fine. It's not a problem. Doesn't have to be 180. Yeah, it is getting melted. It is getting melted. You see it's going nicely inside. This is a gaming board. The gaming board are sucking the heat badly. And the port is fully inside. Yeah, the plastic get a little bit melted here, but that's okay, that's fine. You can take it down with your blade. Now let's be sure we are adding solder. Be sure I solder properly. Don't forget this pin, which is important. Great. Then we have here. Perfect. 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 The middle pin, it is solder, went to the other side. So I think we are fine. On the other side of the board, let's work a little bit here. Great. So you can stay a little bit more with the hot air there, and you can use 360. I use 370. The plastic got like a little bit melted, but I still consider 370 being a good temperature with the heat from the top. Perfect. Now all what is left is to clean. Let's be sure it's looking like brand new. Great, it is looking like brand new. We can take this Kapton tape, which the customer used. On this side of the board, I can't see anything which need a clean. If you want to make it like looking nice, you can cut this down. You know, it's just a little bit of plastic. Yeah, that's all. And it's looking like new. It's looking absolutely like new. Great, let's plug a charger. Let's see if it's working. Maybe it's not working. So, plug in the charger, and instantly you can see it's taking current. That means that pin, yeah, that pin should be 0 volts. This one. If it's not 0, just short it to ground and that's all. This one is 0 volts, you can see. So if I short the ground with the first pin, the board it will start. Check there, 2.2 amps. So this board has been fixed within 15 minutes from the moment arrived. And I'm gonna send it back because the customer said he needed quickly. Cool? The points I want you to keep in mind is the power of the hot air machine. And always use like 180 degrees and mix it. Yeah, I don't recommend using the weak wire, taking the solder out. Because you go on a risky territory. Like you weak the thing and you take the track out. Stuff like that. It's pointless. Yeah, just mix this solder 180 with the one from the board and you get like, because you'll get an alloy which has higher melting temperature because this one originally has higher melting temperature. You will end up with like 220, 240 alloy, which is fine. We use like 370 degrees to replace the port. Cool. I'm gonna stop here. I'm getting back to the post office to post this board today. I will say thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like the video, and also have a look on our Patreon page. Bye.